Hi everybody. I have some unfortunate news. Our most recent episode, episode 8 of Tales of Tairiku, due to some technical difficulties that I ran into during stream, as well as just some mismanagement on my part, I was not able to get the recording in full or to the degree of quality that I was hoping. There's a terrible audio desync, and I'm really very unhappy with the production value of it. So in lieu of trying to piece together some sort of haphazard Frankensteinian monstrosity of a video, I figured I would just record a full synopsis of the episode and give you guys an understanding of what happened. And I will preface this with my apologies. I'm sorry that this came out the way that it did, and I'm sure mishaps like this will happen in the future, but they don't feel any less frustrating for me as the DM. So with that, our party, who had been traveling after defeating the first of the pieces of Orochi that they found, the fangs of Orochi, had decided that they were going to head south to Matsu province in order to pursue their next lead, trying to find an individual who lived at a place called Salamander Springs, named Master Odd. In heading south, they had headed towards the bridge that spans between Nakon and Matsu, and had an odd interaction with a strange demon that showed up and wanted them to tell a story. This was all the session prior. Starting on the next day, the party got themselves together, got ready, crossed the mile-long bridge into Matsu province, and discovered that it was a bountiful and lush place filled with all sorts of fruit trees and bushes and other such good life. The reason being that the rich volcanic soil caused from the volcano that was sitting directly to their east had enriched the landscape and made it a wonderful place for orchards and some degree of farming, etc. They also saw that the place was covered in numerous streams and rivers, leading to dozens upon dozens of various little bridges and footpaths across the water. They traveled a day or so to Happy Town, which is one of the first locations that you could reach from that portion, from Nakon into Matsu. A distillery town, a brewer's town, where wine and sake and other such spirits are made. They had arrived right during one of the major harvest festivals, where the people were celebrating. There was free liquor, at least on the entryway, and just a big party. Everybody got to enjoy themselves with drinking and dancing. They met something called a Nupepo, which is a large blob-like entity, yokai, that smells horrendous but is entirely, non-violent or non-hostile. It's a very calm creature, and it was just trying to enjoy the festivities with everybody else. So they had enjoyed their evening there and then continued to travel. On their way out of town, they were warned, my apologies, that there were some beasts that had been swimming up some of the deeper rivers and causing travel to be difficult. But nevertheless, they made their way along, heading towards the direction of Salamander Springs that they were pointed to. On their way, they found that one of the major bridges leading there was out, seeming to have been destroyed in some fashion, and were able to figure out how to get themselves, their horses, and their cart across. There was the opportunity for them to be attacked by a giant barb-tailed shark, which was one of the creatures that people had been warned about, but with some quick thinking by the wizard Ray, that was dealt with handily. Another day's worth of travel, and the party found themselves just outside Salamander Springs, where they heard a hollering sound, a yelling of somebody needing help. Upon the entryway, upon entering, they found that this beautiful arrayed hot springs set into a waterfall was currently beset by giant centipedes, man-eating centipedes. A battle ensued. Apologies, I'm getting my notes up just to make sure I have everything. I should have done that beforehand. A battle ensued, and the party dealt with these creatures fairly handily, although it was a rather difficult fight. Where is my thing? Okay, cool. I cannot wait to share the title of the section of notes that I have for this little miniature arc, and I'm very excited to share that with my party in the future. But until then, I just get to laugh at it over myself. They rescued Master Odd and his friend who was there, a man named Naomitsu. Naomitsu was a burly human with heavy rock-like protrusions all along his arms, with the flesh in between glowing a rich amber color. And Master Odd was a giant salamander, an exceptionally rare creature, one that's not found easily or seen hardly anywhere. I like my mug a lot. But they were able to rescue the two of them. They had found that Naomitsu, although a capable warrior and a guardian of the volcano, was currently recovering from an injury that robbed him of both of his legs, as the volcano had been very active, and it seems that in his attempt to escape, it injured his legs to the point where they were no longer usable. So he was trying to recover in the hot springs. Giving the players an understanding, or the heroes an understanding, that the next piece of Orochi that Master Odd knew of was buried somewhere within the volcano itself. They were given their heading, and Cirrus, the party open fist monk, was gifted the Mountain's Fists, which were the strange arms that were covering Naomitsu, is actually a form of magic item that allows for some spell casting as well as some improved unarmed strikes and martial prowess. That is pretty much where we left off, and the next session we'll pick up with our party heading, probably speaking with Master Odd for a little while, and then heading out of Salamander Springs and towards the volcano proper. That's it. That's the summation. Again, I'm very sorry that our 8th episode is not gonna go up. It is not salvageable with my tech know-how, and there's only roughly 2/3 of the video even available. The last third of it lost because of some technical goof. But I will continue to try and do better in the future, and I appreciate any of you who are sticking with us and watching. Thank you very much. The support and interest is greatly appreciated. I thoroughly enjoy doing this. I enjoy our weekly game a lot, and I hope to just do bigger and better things in the future. But thank you. I appreciate your time. I hope this video helps keep you updated and caught up on what's going on. But until then, we will see you next time, and thank you very much.